Hi, it's Savannah. I'm doing my 4.05 honors assignment via video because this is my favorite thing to do is make videos. So, um, I chose to analyze Social Security. I originally started doing disaster relief, but there were so many different programs and it kind of got confusing for me. So I went straight to something simpler, in my opinion. Um, yeah. So, the scenario, imagine that Congress is trying to balance the budget and cutting spending from many programs. Create a persuasive, yeah, well, that's what I'm doing right now. So, Congress, man, they want to take away Social Security budget or cut it some. Which honestly, I mean, you could cut it um a little bit. I had it all written out. Um a little background on Social Security, which I got from www.ssa.gov. Um, and basically, it started in this friendly societies and organizations such as that began in appearing in England in the 16th century, which was like the 1500s. Or just kidding. Haha. No, that's right, the 1500s. Um, it was kind of made to fit around trades and common trades and businesses for the people. Um, Friendly societies would evolve into fraternal organizations, and they were the forerunners of um, let me find my place on my little thingy of modern trade unions. Among the U.S., uh, that are familiar with or even into the present day were um, Freemasons, which originated in 1730. The Odd Fellows, which came about 1819. Protective Bolivian and Protective Order of Elks, 1868. Loyal Order of Moose, 1888. And the Fraternal Order of the Eagles was in 1898. And basically, all these things were out to kind of help support society, I guess. I don't. Um, basically, they were some trade options and would begin the practice of providing real base life insurance. Um, yeah. So it's kind of like a little insurance plan, sort of, but not really. It's kind of hard to explain. People who benefit the most, as I was reading, seem to be people ages 65 and up because it's like there's retirement plans, but it also helps with welfare and stuff. So I guess everyone really benefits from it, but I don't know. It seemed more of a retirement thing as from what websites I went to and was reading, like everything was about retirement. So, I mean, that helps our elderly, which they need to be taken care of because they've been working their entire life for us. And they should be taken care of now because now they're getting old and they can't, like, do it themselves, you know? Um, the yearly cost to, as a whole, is about $800 trillion a year, which is a lot. Like, that's the second largest payment or cost of the funds because I was looking at some charts, and the highest is human and health services, and it was kind of interesting to look at the chart and say, like, I'm gonna use my math test. I did not get a good grade on it. Like, say this is the bottom of the graph, right? And then you have all these little, like, things. Well, everyone averages about here, right? And this is based off a trillion, so say this is like 70, right? So everyone's kind of based off of here, and then all of a sudden you got a little higher, or like a lot higher, and then you got, like, here's Social Security. I don't even know if I'm in the frame. Hold on. Like, here's Social Security, and then here's Human and Health Services. So, I mean, there's still, like, a difference. I think Human and Health Services was, like, 90,000, or 900,000, or 900 trillion. I'm so sorry. But yeah, so I guess we could cut spending, but Social Security helps a lot of people. Like, my cousin's on welfare. Um, I'm pretty sure they handle WIC too, which my cousin needs because she's preggers. Um, my mom used unemployment for a good year and a half, which, if it wasn't for unemployment, I probably wouldn't still be living with my mom. I know my dad used it too, and they take care of food stamps and stuff. So I think you double check that before I give out the wrong information. I spelled things wrong, so Google's gonna have to think about this one. Yeah, I was right. So Social Security is basically the entire welfare program, and there's a lot of unemployment, and that's really important for those families to get that little extra money to get them by. Um, so that's another big thing. Um, the impact of the program. Um, Social Security is it's a tax, and it transfers resources from, like, the working to the people, the unemployed, the non-working. Um, so it would have a negative impact on growth and employment, but there's no reason it would have any effect on general prices. Um, yeah, I don't really know what to say to that, but I don't know. I just feel like um, I think I read that 53 million seniors get Social Security and 8 million disabled children are like on are using Social Security and stuff. Millions of others have like different paid benefits, and I mean, it really does help families get through. Like, I have a friend who her sister is bipolar and ADD and ADHD, and she's not all there. And, like, she gets really expensive. Like, she has this thing where she'll, like, chew her teeth, and they spent almost $2,000 in dentist fees just for her teeth. It's pretty bad. But those checks, the monthly checks for the disabled, helped. Another thing I looked up was professional opinions in support of and against the program. And they did a survey, like, via the phone, and surprisingly, 1,000, or let me do it this way, 1,200 adults, 90% of those people were 18 to 29, and they said that they felt like Social Security was important. And over half of them agreed with whatever statement it was. It was like one of the very most important government programs. Like, would you say this is the most important government program? And over half of the people said yes. An opinion held by a near I'm sorry. That same opinion was held by 80% of people who were over 65. So those who are getting help from retirement. So, I mean, you got 90% in the young adult category, and then the seniors are 80%. Like, those are some pretty big numbers. And I'm pretty sure a lot of those are getting help from the government. Like, this is a very important program, and it shouldn't, like, the cost shouldn't be cut because, government should have stayed on top of this in the first place, honestly. But, I mean, I don't like politics, so I don't know all of it. But that is why I feel that Social Security should stay as is, untouched.